All right. We are live, Rich. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
I think I kind of wrote a list of things that we need to do real quick on our tags. Little bit of housekeeping stuff. First off, how was your night out?
It was all right. I can't say too much. I'll get in trouble.
Oh wait, how much cocaine did you do off a stripper's bare backs?
Can't.
You can't disclose the amount of cocaine. Was there any fentanyl in the cocaine?
I was very worried about that, but I'm happy to say I here, so I guess I was okay.
Um, so I a real quick thing about fentanyl. So apparently people were thinking that it was the Mexican cartel who was spiking cocaine with fentanyl, and it turns out it was drug dealers doing it, spiking their own cocaine with fentanyl. So the lovely the so courageous uh, what you call it so courageous cartel, they started pressing their fentanyl pills in a red pill.
hmm
They've been using a red pill, so when drug dealers smash them into cocaine, you'll see, if you see a little pink in your cocaine, everyone, if you see a little pink in your cocaine, don't do it. There's fentanyl in it.
So you're saying like they get the cocaine, right? And then afterwards they mix fentanyl in it to
Yeah,
to
to
like
make
to measure it out and cut it up, right? To for the portion it, whatever.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Well,
So yeah.
I just no. I thought you were gonna go another direction with that because um, the cartels from South America or Southern America, like they are transitioning, from the traditional drugs to a lot more synthesized stuff like fentanyl. So
Oh yeah, 100%,
yeah,
dude. Kind of been in a drug
scary,
drug
because
kingpin wormhole lately.
which is crazy because obviously Americans like doing their drugs, and if now the majority of where everyone gets that shit from now has a possibility of having fentanyl mixed into it. It makes it a lot more questionable, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's the
and
scariest
it
thing
also
about drug use.
and what also is crazy is that it also this is probably already occurred, but we're not old and I'm still figuring shit out, but uh it even makes it higher, like, oh, so now if you want like the premium good stuff already, then you got to pay even like really more or have even a person you can trust to get that, whereas now uh, there's so much of it probably, and because of all the synthetic stuff, that it's more available and also cheaper, but that also means more broker people are doing the shittier stuff, and all the good stuff's like usual getting concentrated to the
Yeah, man, it's definitely one of those things. Like, it's like, oh yeah, back in the day, I had like, oh man, I had a great cocaine dealer back in the day. He was great. He was awesome. His shit was fire, fire. But then he got locked up because that's what happens when you're a drug dealer. So don't be a drug dealer, kids, unless you okay with getting locked up. My favorite drug dealer's name was I don't even want to say his name because I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna say his name.
yeah, you might out them.
I don't want to out nobody. I think he's cleaned up. He used to deal for, who Mozzie is, the rapper. He used to be his drug dealer too.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was a super close. What is the thing with drug dealers, right? Um, why are they so freaking always late? They're late to everything.
Late?
They're always late. Drug dealers are always
They're
late.
drug dealers. What do you expect? I mean, but I've never had to go, or I've never had to wait for my drug dealer like to come and see
Yeah,
me. I always went to go see them. So
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest.
Yeah, so like I used to have my shit delivered all the time,
Uh,
and they'd meet up and then, do the deal. But I don't do drugs anymore though, Rich. I'm clean and sober from any heavy drugs for the last
yeah, me too.
4 years, almost 5 years. Um how come you stopped doing heavy drugs? When I say heavy, cocaine to me is not a heavy drug. Molly's not a heavy drug, but
I mean, I never really did anything heavy, to be honest.
heroin's heavy.
Yeah, I've never done.
Oxycontins. I did do Oxycontin in one time, and my whole Oxycontin experience was me waking up the next day. That's it. I just go to sleep. I was like, $10. It was like a $10 pill. I was like, that's it. We just fucking go to sleep. I'm done. Never again.
That's what it's supposed to do, right? I mean, basically, painkiller and
Yeah.
forget your time of being hurt.
Yeah, freaking A. That's all it is. Is just I'm gonna switch this thing around real quick. Yeah, that's what it was. Literally, just fall asleep. Literally,
Why do you keep moving this?
because I'm trying.
Couldn't you just mirror it and then would have did the same thing?
I don't even know how to mirror this right now.
All right, whatever.
I don't want to do too much.
Why is Jenny Ortega your topic?
Oh, she just popped up in my feed, and I just watched what you call it? First of all, when we get finished talking about this night out, did you go to dinner? Was it a dinner and then and then go to a nightclub, or was it just going to a bar in a nightclub, or what was it? Was it a house party? Come on, you can disclose some of this stuff.
I mean, it was more of a house party.
Okay, so were there strippers in the house party? You just go yes or no.
No.
No strippers? All
No.
right.
30,
Uh,
we're old, man. We don't fucking do that shit. And plus, like, this isn't like 2006 where people still get strippers for their parties or whatever. I mean,
I'm just saying it's not a party unless there's a stripper there. And you don't need to be like a professional stripper. You know, some drunk girl could just start stripping, and then she's officially a stripper at that point.
no,
You know,
offered ketamine for the first time ever.
oh,
In my
you,
life, which
you know,
is crazy.
it's funny that you say that is because people have now moved from cocaine use
Mhm.
and heroin use to ketamine because they're too scared of fentanyl.
Oh,
Because
okay.
yeah, so there's
So my friend gave no, you know what? I don't want to go to.
so
But
a
so
person.
what's the like? Yeah, I've never even considered it, but it was right, it was offered, and I was just like, do I or do I? Like, I don't even. I've never processed the idea of doing it,
Yeah.
and so much so that I don't even know what type of high you're supposed to get from it or what the feeling that you're supposed to get. So I was just like, no, I'll pass on that for tonight, but I'll do the other.
I think my very rudimentary knowledge about it is it's a horse tranquilizer. So you're basically gonna fall asleep. And if you stay awake, you'll go get loopy, just like Oxycontin. But there's no way in hell I'm fucking staying awake. I'm going straight to sleep. You know. Okay. So overall, was it a good night? Did you have fun? Did you wake up and did you regret it? Because that's the when you're like, fuck, I could have just stayed home. I would have been more rested today. Because
No,
I
no,
hate that. Yeah.
I was responsible. We had fun. I went to sleep and stayed at the place, and then I woke up early this morning, saw what time it was, and made the decision like, oh, do I want to? I didn't want to go back to sleep and then feel like shit, and I was
Hmm.
already feeling okay from being after my first wake up, so I didn't feel like shit. So I was
Oh,
just like,
good.
I'm good to go. So I just decided to leave right away and get
Are
back
we,
over here because I had to take care of my aunt's cats and feed them.
oh, nice. I see that you have an extra cat or one more cat than I've seen before.
No, this is just my other cat.
Oh, okay.
I
Well, so what were we partaking in last night? Like, what were we drinking? We're taking shots. We're drinking wine. Were we any shotguns? Come on, tell me about it.
Why?
I just want to know. I don't go out anymore.
Oh, that's fine.
No shotguns?
There was no, we did there was tequila and rum. I really wanted tequila, but the only thing available to me at first was rum, so then I had to stick with rum for the rest.
You know that's a myth, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't drink like so very often on my
mm,
own time. So like for me, I'm not gonna go out and just start drinking I mean, even though if it's a myth, I don't want to go and start drinking some tequila and rum here, and on top of everything else I was doing too. Like, you gotta keep it balanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Hey, man, I'm a man that does not know balance a lot of the time. So I'm on a 3 drink minimum. I tried going sober, couldn't do that. I wasn't fun of you because I was the sober.
I was sober.
And then so I've gone down to a 3 drink minimum, and I think I'm in control. If I can control my weight and how I eat, I can control how much I drink, which is extremely difficult, by the way. But okay, so were you drinking any beers as well?
I drank one Elysian. I know you know them.
Oh, Elysium. Oh, they're from Seattle, right? Yeah, that's they're right next to the stadium over there. The
I don't care.
yeah, it's good. It's good. It's
Elysian beer, yeah. I had one of those. I was drinking rum. Oh, we got one person in here, unless it's one of us.
I think it's me.
I don't. Okay,
I'm just
I
saying.
don't
I'm
think
just
anyone wants to
saying.
hear what the hell I did.
I think everyone cares. I care. So
Okay.
here's the one thing about IPA and shots, they fuck you up, man. When you drink IPA and take shots, it's pretty brutal. Like it gets you fucked up quickly. It's like wine. Basically, it's like drinking wine and taking shots. Because wine's 16%. IPAs are like a 7 and up.
The worst part about yesterday was that I ate early in the
Mm-hmm.
morning, and then and my lunch too, and then I also slept in the middle in the afternoon because I was like, I'm gonna be up late, so I want to be rested, try and stay up as long as I can or whatever.
How
Because
long did you stay up?
I mean, I was thinking like 2 or 3. It's not too
Oh
bad,
wow, that's pretty fucking solid, bro.
but uh, but I went out there expecting to get dinner too.
Oh
We
my
didn't get
god.
dinner. We didn't get dinner.
Oh
There's
man.
also UFC fights, which I had no idea about. So, everyone, there's UFC fights were going on. There's a little bit of snacks or whatever, but there's no actual food, And I was like, oh man. So I went the majority of the night without eating
Oh
anything
man.
or having like actual food in my stomach all the way up until when I woke up this morning, and I did everything I had to do before I came home, and then I just got something quick to eat.
What did you get? Now everybody needs. I need to know. Oh, you got McDonald's. All right. What did you get? Did you get the egg McMuffin?
No, I don't like egg McMuffins. I like this.
The
I like
croissant sandwich.
the fucking biscuit. I like the biscuit sandwiches. So like the
Oh
bacon
yeah.
biscuit or bacon egg and sausage. Those things
You know,
slap.
Jack in the Box got the double. Oh, actually, no. Burger King got the W on the breakfast just because they come with the tots, dude. I'm top team Burger King tots all day, every day. I don't
It
care.
used to feel like that because we grew up and we're so used to always wanting McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's good, like it's great or whatever. But uh, I always used to think Burger King was secretly the better breakfast place, but I only felt like that until I actually ate it. And then I was like, this shit's trash, dog. Like, this is not as good as a McDonald's breakfast. Although, like you said, you're right. The hash browns or the tater tots are definitely fire, but their breakfast sandwiches are not good.
I'll agree. They kind of taste like for the lack of a better way to put it, it's like too artificial and fake. You know what I mean? Like they got this weird, not like doesn't taste like actual sausage kind
Yeah.
of vibe to it.
And the
But
croissants,
I'm like a.
they look good. Like what they're offering, it's a presentable sandwich.
Hmm.
Everything on their breakfast menu looks like it would be
Yeah,
good. But when
yeah,
you actually eat it is where the problem a lot occurs.
yeah.
That's kind of an important part of it.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you right now, talking just about junk food. Hey, Taco Bell is probably hands down still one of the best fucking. It's super. I love Taco Bell. I've loved Taco Bell my entire life. I will always eat Taco Bell. Even Mexicans eat Taco Bell, man. That's how good Taco Bell is.
Yeah, yeah. I have no complaint. I have no qualms or quarrels with Taco Bell. I like Taco. I don't eat there very often, but I don't hate on them. But I'm just gonna put this out there because it needs to be said, which is like 90% of taquerias suck ass, you know.
Dude,
And,
bet.
and I think that the thing that exposed them the most was when Chipotle came around, because Chipotle is decent food. It's just super salty, and that's why people like it. It's not the greatest, but I will say you can get a burrito or anything at a Chipotle, and it is there's a very good chance that it's going to be better than anything you can get at most taquerias.
Yeah,
And
that.
I feel like as a Latin person myself, that is a travesty that there are
Mhm.
so many taquerias, most likely owned by Latins as well, families or whatever, who let their fucking restaurant just turn into this most mediocre places where they use the shittiest tortillas with the most basic meat and the most shittiest pico de gallo or whatever, and shittiest salsas with Costco tortilla chips. And it's just like, dude, you guys put so little effort into this, and there's so many of them. It's like I'm not gonna be surprised if Chipotle is putting y'all out of business because you guys don't even try. Like everywhere I've gone around here on the peninsula, it's like it's all mediocre stuff. I haven't had one good Mexican food place that made me feel like, oh man, like this is actually better than Chipotle, or it's as good of quality or tastes like someone just cooked it recently. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
get that off my
Well,
chest.
I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. It's rare to find a taqueria that actually uses good ingredients. There is a spot out here in Pleasant Hill. Is a farm to table taqueria. Farm to table. This is the best, one of the most high quality shit, and you could taste the quality. You know what I mean? You could taste that this tortilla was made here. These chips were made here. And then it's great. It's just a great experience, and then they don't. It's just so good, and it's like their chips are like potato chips. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. But I will say, if you are looking for a taqueria, because I can't stand Chipotle, because I'm sick and tired of 18-year-olds making my food and making me have shits, dude. I'm done. This is why you should only go to fast food restaurants like McDonald's and Taco Bell, because they got that shit down. They got that shit down. I mean, dude, it's like a monkey could make their food without killing you. And I mean, if you let it sit for 3 days, it'll still be.
Man,
But
come on, dude. There's no way taquerias are taking as much quality control as
oh no, hell no,
Chipotle.
hell no, hell no,
I'm
hell
just
no.
not seeing it.
Yeah, and okay, so here's the thing though. But if you are, because I do love like a dirty taqueria burrito sometimes from a good spot, right? Los Gallos was pretty good at one point. Now they're kind of falling off. Definitely falling to what you said. They just kept cutting costs, cutting costs. Now the food is shit. My favorite taqueria just closed down. They moved and they didn't tell me about it. I drove there and I was like, no, why? But I do have a theory. I have a theory, and so far, I have not been wrong. The best taquerias, the best, I mean, like the cream of the crop,
Mhm.
are always next to laundromats.
I can vouch for that.
They're always next to the laundromats.
You know why? Even though I just talked hella shit about there not existing good taquerias, I will
Yeah.
say,
There's a lot of them.
I would say, yeah, I'm totally wrong. I just wanted to vent on that point, but right across, right, I don't want to dox myself too much, but right near me there is a laundromat, and right next to it is it's not a taqueria, but it is a Latin food restaurant,
Uh huh.
and they make handmade papusas. I don't know if you know what
Oh
those
my
are.
god, I love a
Yeah,
pupusa.
they make papusas there, and on top of a whole bunch of other things. But I went there because I saw they made papusas, and they take a long time to make, but damn, those things are good, dude.
Oh, they're so good.
They're good. So, and they're next to a laundromat. So, I
And
mean,
just
your theory is holding true, I guess.
I'm just saying, like, the best, and it's always Mexican restaurants, probably because we live in California. That they're always near laundromats. It's just like every restaurant next to a laundromat you gotta be like you're stellar because I feel like, and especially no, I think it's longevity next to a laundromat too. So if you've been on there right next to a laundromat since they opened, I find that like the most fire bakeries right next to laundromats.
Yeah.
It's a thing. So I'm gonna look on Google Maps. Just like, is this place good to eat? Random spot. Drive down through go Google Maps and then see if there's a laundromat. Because there's a good chance it's a good place to eat.
Yeah.
All right, that was cool. So real quick about the UFC fight. Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, yeah. I was very disappointed in the heavyweight match because,
Oh
like I
man,
said, I don't keep track of any of that stuff.
me neither.
But I always, like I went to go visit a friend, and he's a big enjoyer of UFC. So when it occurs, I just let him fill me in with the too long didn't read. And he just explains it to me really quick, and I get it. And from what I understand, John Jones or whatever the fuck his name is his first time wrestling in heavyweight, and also the first time just fighting in a long time too.
In 3 years, yeah.
So it was a very anticipated fight, and no spoilers for the 0 people in chat, but the guy, the fight ended in like 30 seconds after he choked out the other dude, right? So, I mean, that's cool, I guess. I guess my whole point at the party, I said, well, this is kind of the thing that you kind of get when you're watching a heavyweight fight is it something that could either end very quickly, um, yeah, it's something that can end very quickly, basically, because you got 2 giant monsters in there, and
Yeah.
one person, both one or the other, can very easily just knock the other out with one punch,
Or choke him out.
or they're strong enough to choke him out, or they're strong enough to do whatever, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
When you're fighting with heavyweights like that, you have to anticipate that something quick can occur, and that's what happened. And it was
Yeah.
to me, like, just as a spectator, very boring fight.
It's very boring, man. And then anyone, yeah, obviously, you got your UFC or MMA nerds out there. Oh, it was very technical. Yeah, of course it's technical, but it's just because it's technical doesn't mean it's fun to watch.
Yeah, no, yeah,
right?
for sure.
But
and I appreciate the technicality of sports,
yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
in that aspect, and with all this build-up, I mean, you can't tell me that's not a huge fucking blue ball. Like, come on, there's all this build-up, and then all of a sudden, it's just not like, I'm still stroking over here. I haven't gotten, anything,
I'm not all the way. Hey, man, if we're referencing stroking, I blew my load in the 2 fights before that. Those were good fights. The 2 fights yeah, the women's title fight was a great, man. I was rooting for the Mexican cat the whole time. I was like, Mexicans are scrappers, yo. They're scrappers, yo. Like, I was just literally talking about that on the fight before because I don't keep up with UFC. I was just like, man, how come Mexicans aren't in this shit? And hey, stereotype-wise, she was an amazing boxer, man. She was a great boxer. She needed to work on her Muay Thai for sure. Her ground defenses was kind of a little weak, but man, she just waited for the perfect opportunity, and she choked that bitch, bro. She choked the shit out of her.
The other girl was going for a lot of like spinning kicks that didn't seem necessary at some point, and
that's her style, yeah.
And one of those spinning kicks is where the Mexican chick just seized the opportunity and choked her.
Yeah. She said she was waiting for the opportunity. She trained that. That's what she said. She was like, she knows she goes for these spinning kicks, and if you could sidestep and then fucking bear hug a bitch,
I didn't realize
yeah, she practiced it.
She read the scouting report and she did what she needed to do.
Spinning kicks. She thought it was just Chung Li out there. Yeah, well,
a friend of mine at the party we were talking about that because he was like, ooh, come on, let's make a bet on who's gonna win. Do you think the white girl's gonna win or the Mexican chick, right? And it was funny because he was like, who do you think's gonna win? Or he was like, he was making it about like race kinda, but in a playful way, so I was like, whatever. He was like, who do you think would win in this fight? Like, do you really think this white girl's gonna beat this Mexican chick? Like, because he was like, Mexicans, like you were saying, they're scrappy, they're fighters or whatever.
yeah.
And I was arguing on the side of, like, first of all, what are we talking? Is this a European white or is this an American white? Because a European white She might kill the Mexican chick. I would probably go with the European
It's
white.
probably the first Mexican she's seen.
Yeah, and if it's an American white, then they're lazy as fuck. Like they're ass whipped. But I was explaining, like, I'm pretty sure the white girl's gonna win, but I wouldn't bet against the Mexican chick just because, well, I was going with stereotypes, and I was just like, Latin people are passionate, man. They're passionate. They want to fight or whatever. We're not really fighters, but them European whites, though, they'll fuck you up for sure. They're fighting for
Uh-huh.
survival. They've been fighting for
Oh
survival for
man.
a long time.
Like the guy, he was from Kazakhstan. Fucking Borat's guy. I looked at this motherfucker. I was like, this guy's the straight descendant from Genghis Khan. 100%. This guy's a killer, yo. They kidnap wives out there, bro. That's how you get a wife. They kidnap a woman and then force her to be your wife. Like, this is the most gangster shit ever, bro. Like, this guy's gonna be, he's like undefeated 17-0. I was like, this guy's gonna be the champion. And that was a good fight. But yeah, I was $100 on the Mexican cat.
Oh, really?
100. Yeah, but
Actually,
no one would take my bet though.
uh,
There was two people. It was my wife and my father-in-law.
they made me bet like drinks or whatever, and the Mexican chick won, so
Oh,
I didn't have to drink it. So that's
and then you ended up drinking anyways. Not a good bet. But okay, yeah. So UFC was pretty good. Definitely there was a letdown title fight. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised John Jones won. I just was kind of surprised that it ended so quickly.
yeah.
I think. And I thought it was kind of a setup fight, but then I got to understand like what was kind of going on, anyways. And I think John Jones should be in a heavyweight class. I
I
think
thought
he
that
was.
was heavyweight.
No, I mean he was a light heavy before that,
Oh,
and then he moved up a class, and I was like, he didn't look as good as he did in light heavy, but beer belly and all, he was a monster. He was a fucking monster, and it just shows you size versus skill and experience. Experience and skill is always gonna win. Like you can only it's hard to brute force someone when they're so skillful and so experienced in the craft, right?
yeah. In UFC, I would say yeah, but that's the thing is that with fighting though, I mean, if you are just a scrappy fighter, you could have that opportunity where even if someone is a technical god, you could just get one good right hook on them and fuck them up.
Yeah,
That,
that's
that's
true.
like that's the beauty of fighting, I guess.
Or rear choke it. The female cats, they really she showed that she didn't have a good ground game or a ground defense, but then she saw opening the fucking choke a bitch and she took it. And she took it.
I think
All right.
on that choke, someone was saying that she didn't really even get under her neck. She had her
Yeah.
right here on her
Yeah.
jaw. So and because as soon as she let go, this whole portion of her face was like all white.
Yeah.
So I could imagine that like she probably felt like if I don't tap out, my jaw's about to give.
Well, what she did was she was pushing on her jaw, like you said, and then her opposite hand wrapped around behind her head, so it was like a vice grip. So she was pushing the back of her spine, the back of her neck, into her chin, and then pushing her chin into her neck. So she was just like fucking gonna rip her jaw off her, slowly suffocating her with her own jaw. So that was not a fun place. She almost like took it to the end. I thought it was like, oh, this girl's gonna black out. I thought she's gonna black out.
That was crazy.
But yeah,
No,
it
that's
was a
cool.
good fight.
That was cool. That was for a belt though. I for some reason always enjoyed the women fights. Like this, they're always. I don't know. I always feel like they just really put on like not that it's a show, but they put on a good fight. Like they're out there trying to do something.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah,
a lot of the other fights always seem like
definitely one of the better women's sports out there. I think in general, so obviously beach volleyball is always going to be a top women's sport. Come on, we're guys, and it's a rule. It's a
yeah,
rule for them to wear the shorts and the top. They can't wear anything else. It's part of the rule.
I know.
So as fucked up as it is, I do enjoy watching it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a man, and that's the reason why people watch it. Okay,
Yeah.
no one likes women's basketball. Like no man likes women's basketball. It's hard enough to keep up with males basketball. Now
I
you got to
like
keep up with
women's
another.
basketball.
Oh man,
Only when they're winning though. Like
it's
the
just
only time I pay attention to women's basketball is when a particular team is just dominating for some reason, and I want to see why they're dominating. Like over last year, Stanford's college basketball team was like the best women's team in the country, and so like I was like, damn, I live right by them. I should go watch them play or something.
that's
See why they're
true.
dominating. But
I
other
don't
than
know.
that, like you said, like other if they're not winning, then yeah, it's fucking boring, I guess.
I do want to start watching this
First
women
month,
flag football though. I don't know why I want to watch this women's flag football. I'm gonna start watching it. I just think it's so cool. Like I just think because it's so much more technical now that you have to be quicker. You have to have the fucking jukes and shit. Versus just like to me, I think breaking a tackle in my head, even with my lack of experience in football, because I never played football. I think breaking a tackle is difficult, but I think dodging a flag catch is even harder. Harder, you know what I mean? Like you're literally moving out of the way so a person doesn't catch your flag. Whereas if it's a contact thing, they're gonna make contact, and it's about can you break it. But this is about like stopping and going and turning. It's kind of like rugby in a lot of ways, and that's why the way I see it kind of reminds me of rugby, and that's why I kind of want to watch it.
where are they going to show that? Or like,
I don't know. I saw a commercial on the NFL, and I was like, "Oh, we watch that." My cousin plays flag football pretty competitively too, and I've been watching her highlight clips, and I was like, "Man, go get it."
that's cool. I didn't know that. That if the NFL is promoted, then they must be investing in it, trying to
Oh,
make it big.
100%, man. I think it's a thing. I think guys will like to watch it. I think that's the thing. That's the thing with women's sports. This is why one thing I hate about how women go, oh, women athletes should get paid as much as men athletes. And then I think the issue with that is that yes, you're right. They should get paid more, but they should only get paid more if people watch them. So how come women aren't watching this? Women do not watch women's sports. They don't. Only sports women watch women's sports, and that's a very small minority. And men are not going to watch it because we have too much other shit in front of us, unless it's beach volleyball. So real quick.
I think, like you said, there's too guys have too much with all their other sports and all
Yeah.
whatever bullshit entertainment that they're consuming that they
Yeah.
can't, or they don't feel like it's worth it for them
Uh-huh.
to watch another basketball game of a team that's I don't want to call them mediocre or bad, but like it's obvious that it's not as good of a product as all the other alternatives
Yeah.
out there. And
So there's this, yeah. So there's this Russian czar, right? Who brings? I remember I forgot the girl's name, but she went to prison she was a captive in Russia at one point. She was a female WNBA player, and basically yeah. So the reason why they think she was there, right, was because this Russian czar was paying U.S. women's athletes to play basketball with their tops off. So they were flying over to Russia to play privately, like, I don't know, 5-on-5, I don't know, with no shirts on for this Russian czar. I was like, okay, I would watch that.
It
was
find something as dumb as that to read because
I don't know. I just heard it on the podcast.
She very often went out there to play and she's not the only female basketball player who does that.
I'm just saying. Someone paid me to pay topless. I was a chick, and he was a very affluent Russian czar. I would definitely do it.
Okay.
Well, hey,
I guess so, but my whole thing is that. Yeah.
I'm just saying, hey, if women's basketball, and I'm probably gonna get canceled for this, was topless, I guarantee people would watch it. Or if they were like women's basketball was like women's volleyball, where they had to wear skimpy fucking bikinis, I guarantee dudes would watch it. Guaranteed, bro. Guaranteed, without a doubt.
That just I don't know.
Hey, man, you gotta.
They wouldn't be watching for the sport. I mean, like you said, we're watching to look at their asses, and that's not what probably
they want.
Women basketball players want.
Obviously, yeah, that's just clearly what they don't want. That goes without saying, in my opinion. But I'm just saying, if you want to get men interested in it, it's pretty simple. We're very low hanging fruit. You just show us a little bit of titty, a little bit of ass cheek, a little side cheek, bro. We're in. We're in. That's all you gotta do.
I mean, honestly, if there was a basketball league and we were running around topless, I probably wouldn't watch it still. So would you say, okay, if you knew there was a topless league and an untopless league, you're saying you would never click to watch that topless league? No.
So you wouldn't do that?
have you ever looked at a human body when it's in like the worst fucking position ever? Like,
That's pretty bad position.
and now you're talking about them running up and down a court with nothing.
Yeah. How about like how about this? How about this?
I love tits and boobs, dude, but they have to be presented in the right way. You're
How
talking
about
about
this?
women running up and down a basketball court playing defense. It's not attractive. It's not something.
How about bikini basketball? How about that? Because I think that's way more attractive than anything.
I mean, I'll just give you my track record right now. There's been bikini and lingerie football. I've never tuned into a single minute of it.
There's a bikini and launch. Okay.
But it's the same thing. You're telling me.
I'm going. I'm looking. I did not know this existed. I am now searching for bikini football. X League?
I don't know.
Oh, there is a bikini football league. How come I was never told about this? Oh yeah, this is totally man shit right here. How do I move this over here? All right, so this is the bikini football league, y'all. It's a thing. How am I not watching this right now?
This is dumb.
Look at
And
this.
like
This
you
is,
said,
this is ridiculous, man.
it is ridiculous. And like you said, oh, people would watch, right? No, they wouldn't because
No
it's
one watches
dumb.
this.
No one's watching it.
No one watches this. Whoa,
And it
look at
looks
it.
dumb too. Like, look at that position. Go down.
Yes.
Look to the left. Like,
Right here?
you want to talk? No, she was like behind the center. There was a quarterback behind the center.
Yeah, I see this one right here. This is a shot right here.
No, that one. It's lower
It's a tiny ass
on the
shot.
left side.
Right here?
No, but
I'm
my point is, it's just like that episode of Seinfeld where he was saying, the concept of, having a beautiful woman walk around your apartment naked, it sounds great in theory, but have you ever seen, her twist naked or bent over in a weird position?
yeah, 100%,
The
dude.
human body is not a very presentable thing most of the time.
Yeah, I think this is the way to go. I'm totally signing up. LFL, sign me up.
It looks stupid as hell.
Yeah, I don't understand
I don't understand the appeal.
the
of it at
pads.
all.
They have to tackle each other.
I don't know.
Oh my god, their poor legs, man. They're rug burn on them. Ugh. It's a sad thing that they had to show their tits just to play football. But I'm just saying.
Advocating for it.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you what men want. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying this is what men want.
I mean, apparently not. No one's watching it.
Just not enough men. That's the problem. I think football is a hard thing. I think I honestly I would still rather watch the flag football over this one for sure. For sure. I just think there's a lot of skill involved in the flag football. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No.
Okay, so we talked about that. What's your plans for the rest of the day, Rich? You just gonna recover, lick your wounds?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we still haven't gone to the Jenna Ortega.
Oh, Jenna Ortega. So I only brought it up because I wanted to know what your take is on Jenna Ortega. What would you rate her?
I don't know.
She's not. She's on the screen right here.
I see Google.
Oh wait, you see Google.
Okay, now I see her.
All right. Yeah. What's your take?
What do you
Scale
want?
from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. And what's your rating?
Well, click on one picture.
All right. Let me
I've seen
try
a
to
million
find.
different versions
I
of
like.
her.
I like this one right here. This is a good one. Oh wow, she looks great in this one.
Okay, it opened another window or another tab. I don't know. I'm still looking at the whole search.
Oh yeah. Open link.
You want me to rate her? Just rate.
There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Rating. What's the rating?
I
1
don't
out of
really
10.
like rating women, but
I'm just. Come on, man. We all rate women. Come on, man. Okay, how about this? Would you pay for dinner?
yeah, she's She's a beautiful woman.
Okay, good. All right, cool. So that's probably around. You definitely would pay for dinner. Well, I think any real guy will pay for dinner. But
What? So what's prompted the question? What's the point?
she popped up on my feed. I literally just watched one episode of Addams Family. I was like, this girl's kind of cute, and then she popped up on my feed because clearly the internet's watching me. She popped up on like YouTube or something, and then I was like, oh, Jenna Ortega. That's her name.
Would you type Jenny Ortega naked in YouTube at some point after you watch
No. I was watching Hot Ones, and I think she was in like an interview and stuff, and I think she was she on one? I have no idea. I think she was a Disney star at one point or something. She's she's in the new Scream. She was in the Scream movies. And Stuck in the Middle. Looks like a Disney show.
You know what? Good. I'm happy for her.
Nickelodeon.
Because you know what I'm sick and tired of these days is all these quote unquote new movies or shows or whatever coming out, and they have the same fucking actors. I think we talked about this already from like 10, 15 years ago that we all know from all these other shows that we enjoyed watching, and they keep trying to fucking force them into all these new movies. And I'm sick and tired of seeing these same people. You know, like I want to see new, fresh faces, like that can act, new, who have talent. Like I'm sick and tired of seeing Ed Helms, you know, or like the same fucking people over and over again.
Who's Ed Helms? I think I know who he is.
The guy from The Hangover, the main guy from The Hangover. Like, you can literally take all the people from the movie The Hangover, and they're like still making content for big.
Hey, Bradley Cooper though. Hey, don't hate on my man, dude. Bradley Cooper is raw. Bradley Cooper's raw actor, dude. Have you seen Stars Born? Have you seen A Stars Born?
Yeah, whatever.
He killed it, man. Bradley Cooper's a dope fucking actor, man.
Okay, I'm not okay, yeah, you're right, but my point still stands. I'm sick and tired of seeing these same people. Let's get.
What about Brad Pitt, yo? What's your take on
that?
Bro,
old as fuck. Dude, the thing is that
you know how old Brad Pitt is?
Listen to me. We're starting to see it is the point, and like
he's 59.
It's like, dude, just go. Like, you let the new Brad Pitt come along. Like, come on.
No,
I'm so tired of seeing the same ass old dudes, and they're getting older, but they're still trying to play the same role, and we got to put up with it because that's all Hollywood wants to feed us.
I'm telling you right now.
I want a new Brad Pitt.
Keep feeding me Brad Pitt. Yeah, it's not Chris Pratt. What's his? Was the new Brad Pitt, but he's not as good looking as fucking.
Even he's old at this point. You see, like our point of references are all old, dude. Like we need new people.
Yeah, but then I think a lot of new people are coming out. They're just younger actors, and they're coming up. That kid from Dune, he's a very handsome fucking guy coming up. He's a good actor too. The guy that was in the new Top Gun, he's pretty young. He's that kind of little on the older, but he started at a young age. You know, I get what you're saying, you know, but I think people like fucking, for example, like Brad Pitt, he's definitely a phenomenal actor, and I think we should keep him going till the very end. We pump him full of drugs. He's still better looking at 59 than most fucking people in their fucking late 20s.
The thing is they're not going to give him those roles of him, like, being his age. He's going to still be, like, the cool... Like, he's still going to try and be the guy from Ocean's 11, his character in that.
Well, you know what? Okay, so...
It's like, yeah.
In his last two movies I saw of him, who was Babylon, which is... I got really bad review. I think it's because it's a very artsy film and it's 3 hours long. He played a guy his age, you know, older, drunken movie star.
Yesterday with Brad Pitt, that's really good. Is Snatch.
Oh yeah, I literally mentioned it yesterday. It's just I play Snatched in my my top 3 favorite movies. So
good at Snatch, dude.
He's so fucking good, and I almost was Fight Club. It was almost Fight Club too, because I loved him in Fight Club. But it was Snatched, The Pianist, and Moulin Rouge were my top 3 fucking movies. I love Moulin Rouge, dude. I love that movie. Fucking Obi-Wan, dude, killed it.
Those are your top 3 movies?
Top 3 movies, man. And it's only, and I rated them. This is how I got them, right? You know why I rated them this way? How they make me feel, and their rewatchability. Meaning, they make me feel a certain way, and I can always rewatch them anytime. I've seen each one of those. I've seen Moulin Rouge like 17, 18 times, dude. It's one of the greatest musicals out there, dude.
It's a musical, right? I was just gonna.
It's a musical. It's so fucking good.
You know
It's
what my
so
favorite
good.
musical is?
What?
La
High School
La Land.
Musical. Oh, La La Land was great. I'll give you that.
I love La La Land. And
La La
people
Land
hate
was
on it
great.
so much, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You don't like music? Like, you don't just like fun, like and a good story, like a fun, like hopeful story. Like that's all that movie really was. It was very corny, but I just took it in. I just said, I'll take all this corniness of LA and wanting to be a star and this relationship. Let me have it. I'll take it, and it was good. It was good.
I will watch that right now. That's how
Great
good that movie
music.
is.
Great music. The story was nice.
Okay.
It was good. I loved it.
Okay, so since we're on the topic of movies or favorite top three, we should do an episode where we just talk about the top 3 categories and we just list out top 3 favorite things in each category. I think that'd be fun. But what's your top 3 movies in the context of rewatchability and like, so these are 2 factors: rewatchability and how they make you feel. Whether it's like a good, well, obviously it's going to be a good feeling, but it could be a very emotional feeling that you're connected to it, or a very funny, like haha fun thing.
Yeah. Um, my first number one, and I would say my number one, especially when it comes to rewatchability and fun, I would say. Uh, I guess it's not really fun, but it is entertaining. Uh, is Goodfellas. I can watch Goodfellas over and over again. Like
Oh
as soon
yeah,
as the movie finishes, I could just press play again and enjoy
yeah,
it.
that's a good
Um,
one. I can understand that. It's such a fun movie.
um, yeah, that's a really great movie.
Okay, what else you
Um,
got? 2 more.
damn, I don't want to. That's always been a top on my list. But
Yeah, with no particular
I've
order.
watched so many movies, and I'm trying. I don't want to. I'm so afraid of always leaving out one because I know there's so many that made me feel certain things, and I've also have bad brain, so I can't remember everything. But I want to think of a good serious movie that I watched that was good. Uh, damn, you know, it's a good movie that makes you feel something, even though it's a cartoon. It's Iron Giant.
Oh
Iron
my
Giant's a great
god,
movie.
dude.
So, and that just came to my mind. So
Can
I feel
you
comfortable
yeah.
throwing that out there.
Iron Giant. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What's one more? It could be any movie. It just makes you.
Oh, this is just a great movie, Pineapple Express. I
Oh
love
yeah.
that movie.
That's an easy. You could watch that one and then turn it around and rewatch it again.
Yeah.
You know, it was a close contender for me in my top 3, which is definitely in my top 5, but it's definitely in my most rewatchable movies. But it just was Tropic Thunder.
I was gonna say Tropic Thunder too,
Tropic
but
Thunder is like easy one to rewatch. I wouldn't say it made me, I didn't get as much feeling of it. Like, I would get like at a Snatch or like, like any of those other movies.
Mhm.
So I guess that's the only reason why I didn't make it on the list. Pulp Fiction's up there too. It's definitely
You know
high up
what?
there.
Okay, you know what's another good movie? I love these kind of movies, which are like Western movies, but like newer Western movies. So like old No Country for Old Men,
Oh yeah,
amazing
that was an
movie.
amazing movie.
Also, There Will Be Blood. I don't know if
There
you ever
Will Be
watched that.
Blood. Yeah. Oh no, it's great. Yeah,
Any
I've
of these
seen
old
it
movies.
twice. I want to watch it again, but I feel like I cannot make the emotional commitment.
It's a
I'm
lot.
serious. It's a lot.
And then there's
Lincoln. Also, what's his name? Did Lincoln too? Lincoln was
yeah,
amazing.
it has that guy in it. Damn. There's No Country for Old Men. There Will Be Blood, and then
True Grit, the new one, the remake.
the True Grit was good, but there's another one that's more modern where it's about two brothers and they rob banks. Um, and it has it has Pine in it. I think his name's Chris Pine. Uh, uh, oh, Hell or High Water If you haven't seen that movie, watch that movie. It is so good. Look it up. Hell good people in that movie too. Um, very
Hmm.
good movie as well.
What's the IMDb rating on this? 7.6. That's I'll always take a 7 over most films because I feel like 7s are very honest reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch this, Rich. I'll next week.
You'll like that movie for sure.
Oh shit, The Mandalorian's out now. Fuck yeah, Baby Yoda, yo.
I have not watched an episode of that.
Oh well, how come?
Everybody says it's good. Everyone says it's good.
How come? It's a very slow. I watch it because of Baby Yoda, bro. Team Yoda all the way. Anything. It's human instincts. It's human instincts to love cute things with big eyes. That's why we like cats. They have big eyes, and you look at them. It's adorable.
Well, it's also, I hate to be that guy, but it's obviously a marketing thing too.
Oh hell yeah, bro! They take my money, Disney Plus. I don't give a fuck. Feed me.
My sister is like obsessed like with Baby Yoda when he
Oh, she ruined it for you, huh?
yeah.
Oh my god, my boss has a Baby Yoda in the back of his fucking truck. I'm like,
I mean, it's excessive. I don't care. And plus, I haven't subscribed to Disney Plus. I haven't even used the free trial. And I just feel so, how I was when I was younger. I consumed Star Wars and, whatever Disney crap happens to be out and Marvel and all that stuff. And I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I really don't need any more. Like,
yeah.
I don't even care enough to go and subscribe to watch the things that I did enjoy back in the day and rewatch again. Like, I just like, why when I can watch my favorite Twitch streams that are always live with whatever's new, the next day. Like,
I think it's just like anything else, dude. Like you get bored of certain things and you start consuming other things. I think it's just one of those like you hit a rate, you hit a capacity for things, and I feel the same way about a lot of things. I used to love I used to watch I was a big fan of vlogs for a long time. I was just like consuming vlogs. I don't know why. Maybe because it felt like I wasn't alone. And then it became like fucking podcasts. But then even in that, I go in and out of those things all the time. And then Let's Plays were a huge thing of my life too. Like just kind of like what you do. But I like to watch my problem with Twitch, I would say, is not that I won't watch Twitch because I watch a lot of content creators on YouTube or Twitch and they pull it from their Twitch stream. It's a factor of there's a term for it. It's found time. I like to consume content with found time, meaning downtime, drive to work. I'm working on cleaning. I'm listening to it or watching it in the background. I always listen to consume content like that on found time.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why YouTube works out so well for a lot of content creators because you're that demographic.
Hmm.
You like to watch it when you have that found time, whereas I make time to watch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really make it, but I'm always consuming at the same time as whatever else I'm doing. So, like at work, I'm always watching a Twitch stream, and I've already identified the streamers I enjoy, and they happen to be in all these time slots that work out for me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so, I get to consume my favorites just as on a normal schedule, and that's why it's so important as a streamer to be consistent and be there, because once you do end up growing people or having people who get used to seeing you there, you have to be there so that way they keep coming back and you keep growing the channel. And so, that's why once we start getting these put onto the YouTube or whatever, you kind of got to let your people know on your YouTube that, hey, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's definitely something I want to do. I think I need to create a new channel for this though. Or I'll let you.
I wouldn't.
No, because no. Only because the content is like I want to do like DIY Papi freaking what you call it, and then just push everyone to that one because it doesn't look good. Most YouTubers they always put it on two different channels, so it's like the VODs channel and then the main channel. Like it's the way it's supposed to be done to keep the content. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe we could. You know what? We could just do whatever. We could do whatever we want to do. We
you
don't have to
just
follow
do it
the
our own
rules.
way, because I feel like now you've already built your platform. It may as small as it be, you got your platform. I was looking at your YouTube channel, and I can see the work you're putting there, and it's
I put a
there.
lot of work into it, man.
Yeah, and if you look at the Twitch channel, I didn't make a big difference, but I added links for to go directly to the YouTube. The description for the about says, "Hey, it's basically the same thing that you wrote on the YouTube. I just copied and pasted it into here
Mm.
and adjusted it a little bit so that it makes more sense for Twitch." You know, like I'm trying to make it so that the two are connected, so that, like you said, once we finish this, you just push it onto the YouTube and it's there. So it's just like a
Yeah.
whole a workflow. Like, and then when you
Yeah.
introduce a new channel, now you're trying to build that channel up. Whereas
Yeah.
you put all that
Fuck.
work,
I already have 2 channels and it sucks.
you've already put all that work onto DIY Poppy. You got subscribers, you got a few viewers there. Why start over? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's definitely seems like the path of least resistance, um, to do that. But yeah, definitely something we can do. But other than that, let's go into another topic. I just thought of this right now. Let's talk about Steam sales. All right, let's just talk about these games. You know, I feel like this would be a fun topic, and we'll just browse through. Uh, uh, like what game here like entices you? Like, would you buy? So this Ubisoft has a sale right now. Would you buy any of these games? Let me know when they pop up.
Click through it or something.
Oh yeah, it's already up. And
I'm
just
looking at it, but where are they? Okay, here we
yeah.
go.
So we got Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
No,
We got Anno 1800,
no,
Watchdog Legions,
no,
Recon. None of that.
no,
Any of the Assassin's Creeds.
no. Not interested.
Okay, so I don't know if it loaded yet. The Far Cry stuff.
Not interested in Far Cry.
You don't like Far Cry? Okay, have you? What's the last Far Cry you played?
None of them.
Okay, so if I bought a game for you
No.
right now, I'm gonna buy you Far Cry 3.
I have
Okay, and then
so many games that I don't.
I know I have a lot. But I'm still gonna buy it for you because only $6. Far Cry 3, the Far Cry 3 was probably literally the funnest story. Like, the gameplay is great. It's so the thing about Far Cry, it's a first person shooter, right? But the way they get you is tasks. Oh, you gotta go there. You gotta collect this. You gotta go do that, and then you upgrade your weapon. So it gets you on that. They get you on that fucking rabbit hole of slowly upgrading your fucking items, right? Which is the reason why I cannot play any of the new ones, because it's too grindy. It's too grindy.
Okay.
But I will play Far Cry 3 again because the story in Far Cry 3 was so good that I was like, actually Far Cry 4 story is really good too. You know what? Here's what you do, Richard. Just go to YouTube and just watch someone's playthrough of Far Cry 3.
Now we're talking. Now you're thinking like me.
Oh man.
You know what? You know what made me realize that I don't really like playing video games unless it's a game I really like Overwatch. I don't like playing games. I think that's the truth, and the reason why is because you probably dealt with this with your brother, which is when we were kids, the older brother had the system and he played, and I watched. I didn't get to play. I would always just watch him play. He would play Final Fantasy VII. He played all the dope games, and I just sat there and watched him play it. So that was the birth of Twitch right there.
Yeah.
Little brothers watching their older brothers play.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
And then so what ended up happening is now Twitch came around and was like, oh, here you go. I don't have to play this shit. Like, I'll just watch someone else play it and I can enjoy it just as much because I don't know what's going to end up happening. Anyways, let's go back to the sale. I would buy Red Dead Redemption 2. I already own it and I still haven't beaten it.
Oh my god, it's such a good game. We were just talking about Westerns. It's such a good game.
No, I'm slowly making my way through it because
dude, yeah.
Okay, Grand Theft Auto 6, obviously great game. I already have Deep Rock. It's a great game.
It's so fun. Yeah. I don't have it. I will fucking buy it though if you want to play with me. It's up to you though.
People in Discord, and even they don't play anymore, so I'm not playing it if they're not playing it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But I will say, if
it's fun.
someone was asking me, "Is this a good game?" Yes, it is super fun. The fact that it's like that cheap
Yeah.
and for how fun it is, it's a good game.
Yeah, you can easily get 10 hours out of that. Okay.
Uh,
What else in here? Obviously, I bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm not even out of the first level yet. I couldn't do
the
it.
last Assassin's Creed I played was the original Assassin's Creed. So that's
Oh,
actually totally
gangster.
awesome.
Hey, Black Flag was my favorite though. I will say Assassin's Creed
I've
Black
heard that.
Flag
I've
for
heard that.
sure. Okay, so here's a game here that I bought and returned right here. It's called Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter World, right? Extremely. Look at this thing. Let's just look at the positivity of this fucking game. It's ridiculous. 225,000 people have bought this game and said it is very positive.
It is.
I love it, but it's way too technical. There's way too many things going on here. There's way too many things. You gotta make weapons. You gotta make traps. You gotta make potions. You gotta make fucking poisons. You gotta.
Once you get it, it's not that hard.
I couldn't commit.
It is hard,
But
though. It is. I have hell hours into that game.
oh, there's a publisher sale for Capcom too. Okay, I have Monster Hunter Rise and the Rise Sunbreak. This is the
Rise-
dumbed down version of World.
Rise is like just light. I mean, Monster Hunter World's God mode. This
Yeah,
is it.
this is kind of where I need to be. Like this is enough. This is like dumbed down enough for stupid old me or my patience. And I love this game. I have like 80 hours in this
You bought
game.
it for PC?
I bought it for Switch,
Nice.
and then I bought it again for PC. Now I pay for my Steam Deck. I sold my I sold my Switch because I couldn't do 30 frames. So I don't fucking understand how people can do that.
I never really minded it, but I.
Oh yes.
I thought the game looked good for a Switch. I mean, come on, the Switch is such trash hardware for these days. The fact that anything kind of runs on it is pretty impressive.
Do you know what this is? Can you see it? Oh wait, you have to see it on stream.
uh, no.
This thing's $100. It's a 4K upscaler, and it actually works. It works really well. And I bought it because I could not stand the resolution on the Switch. I couldn't stand. I couldn't stand it so much, which I could have just pirated the game and then played it on my PC. Now that I think about it. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna figure this out, and then I got it. I got this upscaler, and it worked great. But then once they fucking released it on PC, I was like, I'm gone. I'm gone, baby. I'm gone. So I loved it.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, I bought a new graphics card. I got
Yeah.
I got it for the Steam Deck, so I'm doing a build, the ultimate Steam Deck build. And basically, you can attach external graphics card through the M.2 slot, the SSD slot.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm building this whole. I have everything cut out. I just gotta assemble it, and you just plug in an external GPU on it, and now it's a RX 5700 XT 6700 XT. So last year's generation, and it's the Founders Edition one. So it's pretty badass, dude. Pretty excited about it. It's gangsta. Okay, so here's the Capcom sale. Did you play any of the Resident Evil games?
No, I watched my brother play Resident
I'm too scared, bro. I'm legit too scared. How about Last of Us? Did you play that?
No, I watched my best friend play it.
I watched someone else play Last of Us too, and then I couldn't play it myself, so I watched someone's Let's Play, and I watched the Let's Play with my finger constantly or my finger where to the fast forward spot because I didn't like the jump scares.
For The Last of Us? Last of Us isn't that scary.
It wasn't, but it's still like the jump scares still got me, man. I'm a little bitch, dude.
I only like playing scary games during Halloween. I do play scary games during Halloween. And watch
Oh
scary
man, I can't do it. I'm just life's stressful enough, man.
But you really don't like playing scary games?
Oh hell, I hate playing scary
Oh,
games.
we
I'll
gotta-
watch people
We
play.
gotta play this game called Phasmophobia on Halloween.
All right, I'm game, but I'm gonna be
Yeah,
terrified. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
How about you play and I'll just watch you?
No, you gotta play too. It's so fun.
Okay, how much?
Let me tell
Yeah.
you about it really quick. Let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
So Phasmophobia is like you play with 4 people. and you're ghost hunters, and you basically uh you start off like getting geared up, so you pick like your camera and like the heat detector or whatever. Like there's all these ghost hunting tools that you pick up. You do that, and then you go to a different map, and each map has a certain type of ghost, and you have to identify the type of ghost based on the things that it does. Um, and so you got to go into this house or big ass school or whatever, and you got to go call its name, and doing certain things like walking really fast or being close to each other or not saying anything can trigger these ghosts to say certain things.
Uh-huh.
And so you're
I already
basically,
already don't like what you're saying.
yeah, so you're basically, and certain ghosts are more aggressive than others. So, uh, once they start getting aggressive, shit starts going crazy, and they start chasing you, or something. You start hearing shit. It's really fun. It's really
You
fun.
gotta play with a you gotta put it with a headset on in the room dark, huh?
Yeah, and it has localized voice IP. So we're all in there talking to each other nearby and everything, and then you just hear someone.
I'm terrified, bro. I'm
It's
terrified
hella
already.
fun. Hella fun.
Fuck. I'll do it. I'll play it with you, but man, I'm not looking forward to it. Street Fighter games, no? Yes, no? Remember we used to play a lot of Marvel versus Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Loved it. I think that was still one of the funnest games to play. I won't play it now.
I don't play it. I only watch Sean play.
All right. How about the Devil May Cry franchise?
I only played Devil May Cry 1 and 2 on PS2.
Yeah, cool. I got Devil May Cry 5. I still haven't played it. I got it for like $5. It's cheaper than that, but I want to. I watched someone play it. Let's play. That's for damn sure.
Oh, really?
No one plays Mega Man anymore.
Yeah, that IP's dead.
Yeah, it's a dead IP. Other DLCs. Yeah, so I guess there's really nothing. What is this? This looks kind of cool.
That's a good game. Okami. I wouldn't play it again though.
What's Okami? Oh, I see what you're. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. A lot of people. You're the one that told me about this game. I think
Probably. I really liked it when I.
it was that platformer style game.
No.
No, oh, it's kind of like one of those. It's kind of like okay, yeah. Oh, that was cool. Definitely nothing here I like. What's the latest game that you've bought?
I haven't bought anything recently. Oh, let me look.
Let me
I
see.
haven't really bought anything. I'm waiting for Diablo 4 to come out, which is in June. But they're gonna do the beta for Diablo March 17th. So that should be
Yeah.
cool.
This the one on screen right now. If it's loaded, is the last game I've bought, and I've already got like 12 hours. I think I like 10, 12 hours on it.
Oh,
It's
Dark Age.
Warhammer Vermintide 2.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's just a hack and slash. Like you don't need to go. You go in there and just fucking slash. I love games where you don't have. There's not no. You don't have to think so much. Oh man! So this is a very fun game. This is a fun game to play. It's a hack and slash. It's not you don't take it serious. You know it's $6. You'll play for at least 10 hours. It's a fun game. I definitely highly recommend this. And there's a new version of it. It's this one, which I would get, but it's just too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's this Dark Stride.
Are there like talent trees or skill tree or anything like that?
Yeah, exactly. There's like talent trees and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
It's a fun. This one didn't get a good rating. Look, it's not a great rating, but definitely I like games like that. Like, cause you could just. I don't have a lot of online friends. I don't. I have like no friends that play video games. You're like the only friend that actually play games.
That's why you gotta build your community, make friends.
I know, but then I only have you, Rich.
Well,
Need friends.
we're
New
starting
friends.
somewhere.
I try to play with Vernon, right? Vernon is very good. I'm not saying I'm not he is very good at Apex Legends.
Oh, nice.
He is good. I mean like
That's
he's
cool,
good.
That game sucks.
You don't like Apex? I like Apex. I got some solid hours in there.
I'm not gonna talk shit about it. It's just not for me.
But the reason why I play Apex was because Oliver was playing Apex.
Mm.
So, and it's free too, so you just download it. So me, Oliver, and Vernon, and we play Apex if we can catch each other to say. Oliver got 3 kids now. Can you believe that? He's got 3 kids. He has 3 kids because his baby mama has a kid already, and then and now he has 2 of his own with her. So he has 3 kids now.
Wow,
it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
He's having kids for more the kids than all. I mean, he's having kids for all of us, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think the ratio, and I looked up this number a long time ago. It was like 70. It's 0.75 kids per every one couple or something like that. Like that's how little kids are being born. That's why in 70 years we're gonna run out of people.
Yeah, I mean, I see more and more articles from Japan and other countries having birth rate problems.
Birth rate problems are an issue in Japan. China has a birth rate issue too, because they did that one child policy and everyone had boys. That kind of ruined them, messed them up. Russia, and now Russia just sent off another 1 million of their youngest people to die. It's going to be a problem. I don't think it's something that we're going to notice very long in the interim. I mean, is that the right word? But it is definitely a problem. How about you, Richard? Do you want kids?
I think about it a lot these days, but man, I feel I would say yes at this point, but man, the world sucks, dude. Like, it's so hard for
Yeah.
me to imagine trying to properly raise someone how I could offer them the best, and I don't think I could do that for them. So I guess I
Yeah.
have to do that.
Well, yeah, that's a very a selfless way to put it, because I think parenting in general, or having kids, is the most selfish thing you could do. Think about it this way, right? Think about it this way. You're basically cloning yourself and then falling in love with yourself again. I don't know what it is about this my child that I love so much. Maybe because it looks just like me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think that's a very thing. But you know what? Has there ever been a great time to have a kid? You know what I mean? Has there really?
Yeah, I mean,
So
I mean, I can. But that's the thing, is that some people can look at that and be like, well, you know what? There's never been a good time, so fuck it, I'll just have a kid. And you can also go in the direction of, well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I should just have one anyways, and
yeah.
live the rest of my life and not give a shit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just depends. I run into a lot of conflict because
Mm-hmm.
there's only so many dudes in my family, and uh, I just look at the landscape of that and I think about, oh well, it'd be nice to keep, another generation going, but I also feel like that shouldn't be left on my shoulders. Let my brother have a kid or an uncle or whatever, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
There's this theory with human beings, and then it's a theory. It hasn't really been proven, but it's shown in the animal kingdom, right? So for this example, they use coyotes, right? So when coyotes, basically, some of their pack die, what happens is the female coyote and the next litter will birth more coyotes. Like, let's say, I don't know the number, but let's say normally it's 3 or 4, but let's say they're down a lot, she'll birth like 10 puppies. It's something crazy. So they're kind of taking that kind of train of thought with human beings. And when you have like overpopulated areas and they're just surrounded by more people, they're thinking that it's a natural thing for humans to be like, oh, there's plenty of us. I don't think we need any more. So it does kind of make sense in a way. Is it true? I don't know, but it does kind of make sense that if you're surrounded by more people, why the hell would you want more people? So I guess I only say that to kind of go on to what you were talking about.
I could see that, but also,
Yeah.
we're not
Coyotes.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I understand
absolutely.
that I'm around a bunch of people, but that's because I'm living in like a city, like
Yeah.
we also live on the Earth and a
Yeah.
continent, and I understand there's a lot of space.
There's a lot of space,
We're really
man.
concentrated here, and it seems like there's a lot of people, but there ain't a lot of people.
There is not. Hey, did you ever play Lost Ark? It just popped up right here.
No,
Oh, okay.
I watched. Asmon Gold play it.
Yeah, I got into Lost Ark, dude. I had a lot of fun. I have a video of Lost Ark, and I'll play it right now because I can do whatever I want. I'll play it in a minute, but it's a good game. Back to children though. Okay, so hypothetically, obviously, if you were to name, if you had a boy, what would you name him? Obviously, your the baby mom would have a choice, but if you had a choice, what would be the name?
Mm. Damn, that's crazy. I never actually thought about that.
Would you name him after like your grandfather or something?
I don't even know who my grandfather was. I would probably name
Uh,
him after the grandfather I grew up with here. Like he's not my
yeah.
real grandfather, but
I
he
think
to me he's my grandfather. Uh, I'd name him after him. Yeah, Leopoldo, Leo's a good name.
Leo's a great name.
Leo's
I
a
think
strong
Leo's a
name.
very strong name. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
always
Cool.
appreciated my name, because I always found it weird that my mom somehow came up with Richard in a family full of Latin people.
Dude, I met a Mexican roofer, gangster ass roofer named Hugo. I was like, okay. I was like, that's badass. You don't look like a Hugo, that's for damn sure. But respect.
Uh,
Here is it.
yeah.
Here's my this is what back when I was trying to stream. How many views this thing got? I mean, only 212. I should. This is a good video. I thought I like this video that I made. This is my first playthrough
Okay.
of
I'm
Lost
not
Ark.
seeing it on the
It's
screen.
pulled from. It just popped up. And chopped up for your viewing pleasure. Hope you like it. It should come up.
Yeah, these cutscenes look fucking bad. An even greater peril.
Every fucking character in these
I don't
games
hear
have
it.
big old titties, man. I feel like her wings need to be a lot bigger to carry them titties. That's a pretty good looking game.
I don't hear anything.
We'll go with it.
Uh.
Big titty ho, jump with
You need
it.
to freaking.
What?
You need to freaking. I don't know. Just keep streaming, dude. Like, you can do it. Like, you can be a variety gamer. Look at you standing there playing video games. You're a
How'd you know I was standing?
obvious.
Yeah, I want to, man, but it was too much of a grind, though. And like like you, I kind of don't like playing. I like the stupid mundane games. I like dummy ass games,
Yeah,
but
gosh.
I respect that. I appreciate it. I
Lost
definitely.
Ark is not a good game to stream, though. I'll tell you that. But my point
Yeah.
is that, like like that video, like you could do that. You know,
Yeah,
you just gotta keep doing it. Play fun games. Find something that interests you. Like do Mario
Mhm.
speed running.
No. Okay, so if anything, I would probably stream. I definitely need to beat The Witcher 3 because I've spent more time testing Witcher 3, like for like cooling performance for Steam Deck than I have played it. I'm like 60 hours in that game, and I feel like I need to complete it. It's a fun game, so maybe I'll start streaming The Witcher. People don't like RPG streams though.
Yeah, no one's gonna watch that either. You gotta.
Yeah,
It depends. Like, if your goal is to grow your channel, then you got to get into the meta and see whatever the hell everyone else is playing. Right now,
Yeah.
it's kind of dead. There is no meta right now, to be honest. From what
Yeah.
I'm following, right now everyone's just playing Elden Ring, and I don't think you enjoy playing that game.
no, it's too scary.
Okay.
It's too difficult and scary. Hey, don't tell me those monsters don't look scary to you and they be popping up all creepy like. Can't do it. I'm too.
They're hard too. The bosses. Have you ever? They're scary, and also
Oh yeah.
the fights are like. What I've learned about those fights is like it's not really technical. Some of those fights are you just walk up to him, so you got to kind of overcome your fear of being so close to this giant, scary monster who's swinging combos at you. And that's how you're supposed to win. And
So-
yeah, I can see that. But that's
Yeah,
the
this-
game that people are playing right now. A lot of the big streamers is because someone created like this randomizer where like instead of the bosses that you are supposed to get at certain points. Now the bosses are all randomized with any boss at any point. So it raises the difficulty because you could get like the end game boss as your second boss and you have to beat it.
Oh my god! And you're fucking with all your first things.
Yeah, and then you're in your like shit gear or whatever. But that's what's cool about those games is that you don't have to be super omega strong to kill the boss. Like
You just got to be skillful.
You can do it with just skill too, and that's why a lot of people like playing those games. Because it's a challenge in that way.
This is a game I was looking at. I'm not a Harry Potter fan whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, like, I watched the movies. I don't hate on it or anything. I thought Hermione was fucking cute when she was a kid, and she's beautiful as a woman. And that's about it. That's my whole fucking Harry Potter. That's all I know. But that's it.
Weird. That's the only thing take you had.
That's it. That's it. That's my Harry Potter thing. And I haven't watched all the movies, but I do want to play this game. I don't know about you.
I don't. I mean.
You know what's a good game to stream? I'll tell you what. The number one game to stream, and it's all probably because there's so many fucking people still streaming this game. Guess. I don't even know. I'm just making that up, by the way. But I feel like everyone's still playing this game.
What game?
Guess. Just guess. Just throw a game out. It's a shooter. It's a shooter, but it's not like a multi. It's not like a sandbox shooter. It's still a sandbox though.
Like Tarkov or something?
It's like Tarkov. Very much. It's like very much like Tarkov, but not really. But still a shooter.
I don't.
Rust. Yeah, it's Rust, dude. I would stream Rust all the time because the problem with Rust though is like I don't have it. It's hard. It's so hard. It's such a hard game. That's the problem.
I give you a little bit of Twitch lore. Like last year or maybe the year before, there was a huge Twitch meta for Rust. When that meta happened, it changed the platform because what happened is, for some reason, all these streamers just started playing together on this one server, and all these streamers went into their factions, and they had the time of their lives, and it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
I love watching Rust plays.
Because you were watching people, who are entertaining, but also who are friends too. And this is also one of the first times where everyone was collaborating outside of what they generally did. So at that point in time, I was watching a lot of GTA RP, and all of a sudden, all the GTA RPers were playing Rust, and all the people who liked playing, I don't know, Overwatch were just chatting people. We're like, oh, we know these people and they're playing on the server. All right, well, let's hop on that server. So for some reason, just everybody, all the big streamers on Twitch, even smaller, medium-sized ones, getting into there on that server was a big way for that people helped grow their channels. And a lot of collaboration came out of that, and a lot of new connections came out. And that's the only way to really grow on Twitch is you got to find that collaboration. Like once you get,
you got to get the cosign, dude. You need the cosign.
Yeah, and
that's it.
A game like Rust was so it was big, and it made a big impact, and that I think is still felt. That created all this collaboration that's going on.
And the cool thing about Rust is I was an early adopter of Rust. I was playing Rust before when it was a zombie game. It was a zombie game at one point, so I was an OG Rust player. But yeah, I think if I were to get back to streaming, which I could, I have everything I need, I definitely would play some Rust. So if you want to stream some Rust next week or sometime during the week, let's just do it. It'd be fun.
It's more fun when you play with a lot of people.
I know, but we don't have enough friends yet. Do you have more friends?
I know.
All my friends are like people with kids.
People are trying out these days. That is the same concept of Rust. It was on there. It was something forest. Something forest. I forget what it's called.
Oh, the forest.
No, it was just on Steam.
Okay, let me go back. Was it the Son of the Forest or something?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's a survival game.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
It's the same concept, but it's some new game that came out. I was watching a few people play. It looked pretty fun.
Very positive. 77. Okay, well, I'll download this and then stream it. All right, Rich. I gotta get going. I gotta go take a piss so bad, and we've been streaming for a while. This looks like a fun game.
It was a good one, I think. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's done. It's gonna be bought. All right, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for everyone for watching.
Yeah.
We don't have a sign out yet. Peace.
Peace.